Z, are you a reviewing guy? Do you get on the apps? Do you get on Google and decide, you know what, I'm going to go to this place and I'm going to review it?
I only look at reviews when it comes if I'm doubting a site's like a website's realism, I guess, how real a website is, whether it's a scam or not.
Right.
Most other times, not really.
But have you personally ever written out a review of an establishment, of a product, of anything like that?
Not just because I felt like it, no.
I never felt the need to. There has been once or twice, and this is how I feel like I'm getting old, where I've gotten pretty like exceptional service, and I'm like, you know what? Let's toss them a cheeky little review. You know?
Yeah.
Let's toss a podcast review, because reviewing podcasts is an ethically proper thing to do, and you should always do it 5 stars or whatever platform you're listening to, right?
At least for us, yeah.
That's right. I will say, though, there is a certain app I thought about giving a little 1-star rating to this past week.
All right.
Do you use Grubhub?
No.
Listen, I use Grubhub because I have Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah.
And with Amazon Prime, an order on Grubhub is about $5 cheaper than it would be on Uber Eats or DoorDash or wherever else, right? Amazon helps out with the pricing.
Okay, yeah.
Here's the issue, okay? I sneak stuff. I sneak cheeky little orders of food, from my wife. Don't do that. It's secretive. It's shitty. Don't do that. But I do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I made sure to change my phone number in our Amazon account because it was her phone number. So she would get the text and the call from the dasher, right?
Yeah.
Talking about your food's on the way. And then I get woken up, or, she wakes up and she's like, what's this? I don't know. It's a glitch, baby. Go back to sleep. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, it's a glitch. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I changed the phone number, but I didn't know how to change the email, right? Figure out whatever. I'm stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I ordered the thing and it sent the confirmation email, I deleted that off her emails, right? I'm clear. I'm good. I'm in the clear.
Uh-huh.
But you know what's fucked up about that? Grubhub won't shut up. They won't shut up.
What did you think about your food?
Dude, yeah, days after. Like the next day, I get a text from her saying, did you get Grubhub to the house? And I was like, no. She was like, why does this say, did you enjoy your Taco Bell order? And I'm like, you sorry sons of bitches.
You should go on the app and make sure you rate the driver or whatever 5 stars first so they don't send you that email.
Dude, you sorry sons of bitch. I had to fess up. And she was like, dude. And I was like, snitch. How can we get mad at the snitch?
No. She says snitches don't get stitches.
I'll tell you, dude. That order was so insane. So it was the day that we tried to record and we didn't, right?
Gotcha.
I was in a bad mood and I made a bad decision. I was just going to stress eat some Taco Bell, right?
All right.
Again, just bad decisions, and it ended like this, okay? I ordered that bitch at like 9 o'clock. No, not 9 o'clock, like 9:30. The big problem with Grubhub is they take forever. They take forever. If I order on Uber Eats a 9:30 order, it's going to be there at 9:45, depending on where I order.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be here till 10:30, 10:45. It's that insane.
Taco Bell?
Yeah. The one just down the street.
That's wild.
I don't know
I think
what
it's they don't have too many drivers. It's got to be.
It's got to be. It's got to be. But I'm like, cool. I sat up and played the game for a little bit, but I was like, this is boring. So I went back into the bedroom, turned on something to watch, passed out. Missed the driver's call, missed their text. I wake up at 4 a.m. All right? 4 a.m. And legitimately, this is what I do. Oh, well, thank God I didn't order anything. Fucking shoot up out of bed, open the door. You know there's about 45 cats on my porch.
Yeah.
When I tell you the bag was gone. Gone. Dude, the burritos, gone. There was a bag of chips in there. That was it. I guess the cats don't fuck with the chips.
But those burritos,
dude, they shredded. I looked in the bushes for days. The paper was gone. Gone.
Gone with the wind.
Dude, there was just there was like 5% of the bag to hold the chips. But the cheese dip was gone. The couple burritos I had in there were gone. And then my watered down Baja Blast sitting right next to it. All sad like. And it rained. So it got soaked.
Damn.
And I was like,
wait, isn't your porch covered?
They put it on the steps. Because of course they would. Of course they would.
Okay.
Oh, and
sure.
I went out there barefoot. And picked it up, and ants were all over the steps. So I got a couple ants crawling up my leg, biting me.
Part of the food thing, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "There's no way that happened." There's no, but I mean, if it was delivered at 10:45, and I didn't wake up till like 4:30,
5 hours, bro. 6 hours.
Yeah, that's about 5-6 hours of that shit laying out there.
Yeah,
it's gone. It's gone.
I had that exact same experience here, actually. I had ordered, I think it was Chick-fil-A one night. And it was like 8:30, so I was like, cool. I get in bed, I lay down as I'm watching something, and I wake up the next morning, and I go, ain't no way, right? Look, your order has been delivered. It's still sitting there on the screen. I'm just like, go outside. Everything was still there. Cold as shit.
Right.
And, I didn't want to eat it, of course, because it had been outside like all night.
Yeah. That makes you feel so much shittier because not only did you pay double the price for something, whatever, but now you don't eat it. You just fell asleep and missed the thing. Mm-hmm. It makes you feel like an even bigger piece of shit.
Yep. Not only it's just the wasted money. It's just like, damn. And I'm hungry because I still didn't eat last night.
I got a Supreme Lux box, dude. That shit's $7 at the store. I had to pay $18 for it. Gone.
18. God.
No. I added an extra burrito, my fat ass. And I made some like adjustments. I changed around. So in reality, if I just got the Supreme Lux box, probably would have been like $14, $15.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. But add on, make the drink a large. Switch up. For some reason, the soft taco adds 10 cents if you don't want the hard shit. And then I needed that new steak. I don't know how long it's been since you've been to Taco Bell. That new steak cheesy rice burrito that they got.
I hadn't had that. I don't think so.
Fire.
Yeah, I hadn't had that one. No, I had been semi-recently, but I think I had just gotten one of the boxes. So they have a couple different ones.
I've been meaning they got this new Baja flavor. Have you heard about this?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's called Baja Midnight.
Yep.
And I was like, you know what? I might try that. And then it's passion fruit. And I was like, you know what? No.
What's wrong with passion fruit?
I don't know. I'm not a passion fruit guy. Makes me feel gay if I drink it,
No.
As a man, you're going to sip on something that's named passion fruit?
Yeah.
That's gay. That's a little gay.
It's not.
That's gay.
It's not. I think that's just too much.
It's why I stopped eating bananas.
And hot dogs?
And hot dogs, yeah. And it's worse when you put mayo on it. It's worse when you put mayo on it. Yeah, anything phallic shaped, it's not going down this throat.
Gotcha. No eggplant either, right?
Huh?
No eggplant either, right?
For sure not. That's got balls to it too. Like you're just
What
asking
kind of
for it.
eggplant are you eating, brother?
Big thick ones, dude. Big thick ones with big old balls.
Sure, sure, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't fuck with pickles either. Slice them up. Slice them. My lady will grab it straight out the jar and just eat it. That's gay. I guess it's not gay for her, but if I see one of my brothers doing it, it's gay. It's gay.
Gotcha, heard. Noted, I
Anyways.
guess. Yeah.
Anyways. So, from the title y'all see, I enjoy listening to people bitching and moaning on the internet. It's not good for my mental state, but it's funny sometimes. And I found a few interesting ones on Yelp for a couple establishments that I have been to, one that I haven't been to. Z has found some interesting ones about some gummy bears.
Yeah.
So we figured we go through it, make a little fun, make a cheeky little good time out of it. Right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Let me take you down to Nashville real quick. Z, Mr. Z.
Lane. What's up?
When in Nashville, me and you don't live in Nashville, right? So if we go there and we want to stay a couple nights, we need a place to stay.
Yeah.
Let me introduce you to Drake Inn. Have you ever seen this place?
No.
All right, so for natives, you're going to get it. If you're not native, find the road I'm talking about and just guess. So, entering Nashville from Murfreesboro Pike.
Mm-hmm.
On Murfreesboro Pike, there is this motel that looks like it is pulled straight from 1952 called Drake's Motel, right?
All right.
And on the outside, it will tell you movies shot here. This is where so many celebrities have stayed, right?
Mm-hmm.
My lady has been interested in staying there, but it looks run down. And, I'm going to get into it.
All right.
Now, I want to start positively, okay? I don't just want to talk mean. Let's start positive by Miss Bobby, all right?
All right.
She says, okay, I've seen mixed reviews, so I'm setting the record straight. We stayed at Drake last night in the quote-unquote jungle room, as we called it. Why are we calling it? Anyways.
What's jungle?
It's not jungle themed at all. And she doesn't go on to explain. Why are we calling it the jungle room?
I need to... Okay.
This place is a historical part of Old Nashville, built in the 50s and popular with stars all through the 60s. People from Elvis to Waylon have slept there. It is not new or fancy. It is well maintained, and they have English-speaking 24-hour kind staff. It is essential to many things you want to do in Nashville. Not really. Mm-hmm. It's very much on the outside of Nashville. It's 12 minutes from the zoo. Never mind. It's 12 minutes from the zoo. That means it's in the center of everything.
Yes.
Our queen bed was firm, clean, and comfortable. The mini fridge and microwave was clean and worked. Our air was cold, and it was well lit, quiet, and I felt safe. The pool is pretty and has landscape around it, including a new patio and sound system that plays popular music. For less than $100, you get a nice old-fashioned place to stay. They have added Wi-Fi, and it's a bit slow, but that was fine. The cable TV was 40-inch flat screen and works good. They have a laundry, ice machine, and vending. It is back off the road when we found it to be cozy, and we found it to be cozy. I have no problem with singing again. And then she put a couple photos. Overall, decent review, right?
Yeah.
She's talking all nice and happy about it.
Yeah.
Let's get to some people that didn't have such a nice time, all right?
Mm-hmm.
You good?
I'm looking at the gallery of pictures.
Yeah.
And
doesn't it look like a place you'd want to be at?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No. Okay.
Let's get to Chris. The worst place to ever stay. Do not bring kids here. The first room they showed me had dirty syringes in the bathroom floor. The second one had used adult diapers in the drawers. And the third was so dirty it was crazy. And he has pictures. Shit-stained adult diapers in the nightstand.
All right.
Legit heroin syringes in the bathroom floor.
Feels bad.
But, you know, maybe it's not that bad. Let's move on to Matthew.
They've got a pool.
Right? They do have a pool. Just don't step at the bottom. Don't do it. Watch your step.
Heard.
Let's go to Matthew. Probably the worst place to stay in all of America. All of America.
All of America.
Recommended if you're a sicko who wants to try to live like one of the kids from Gumo for a night. What the fuck is Gumo?
I don't know.
Gummo. Sadly for me and my friend did want to do that for the lulz. This guy can't type. It was even worse than expected. The towels had stains and weird hair on them. The sheets had cigarette burns in them. We woke up covered in a weird, icky film and vague bed sores. Nah, you gotta go get that checked out. Nah. Somebody is answering for this. I'm walking in the lobby naked, showing off these sores. Like,
that's no.
And I don't know, I imagine like emerging from like an alien bath, like one of those pods in the Matrix where you just
don't. You can stop. No. What happened to wake up like that?
Dude, if someone told me that they went to this hotel and they woke up in this weird icky film, I'd be like, "Did you get it tested? Like, what happened to you?"
See, what's messed up is I recently watched Scary Movie 2, and there was a scene in that. Yeah, it was just everywhere.
Have you seen the first one?
I think I have seen the first one. It's just been a minute.
You know, when the dude comes so hard it pins her to the ceiling?
No, I remember that happening in the second, at least to the cellar door of the freezer.
Oh my god, it happens again? God, those movies suck, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, but that's just the room. So what about the clientele that usually hangs around there, right? Uh-huh. The lady said she felt safe, you know? Let's go to Jacob. Our stay started with one of the girls in our group, age 20, being approached by a man in the parking lot who said, "Beautiful night we're having. You're pretty."
No.
Then we went into the front office to check in, and the man checking us into our room is everything creepy about the 80s wrapped into one. I don't get that one. Everything creepy about the 80s?
Everything creepy about the... What were the creepy things about the 80s?
I'm thinking like a Jeffrey Dahmer, like maybe the glasses, you know, the weird like, here's your room key.
They thought he was hot.
I guess. We had no major issues with the room itself, but there was nothing nice about it. A hard bed, rips into the comforter, a weird blue splatter on the wall. Okay, hold on. Blue splatter on the wall, waking up in an achy film, aliens. I'm just saying. Like,
I look, every picture I've seen, I've been scrolling through pictures as you're talking about this place. Every picture that I have seen has shown these beds that look like cardboard boxes. And they're all like quilt furniture, quilt like comforters, I guess.
Yeah.
It's very like old feeling. And
so very old feeling. So
one
maybe
of these
not
has
updated.
a red stain on the carpet.
Well, we'll get into some weird stains. So hold on, we're putting pieces together. It's old, right?
Yeah.
So it feels like it's outdated, not what normal humans would stay in. Mm-hmm. There's blue splatters on the wall. that is
Unfortunately.
unidentifiable,
Yeah.
and someone sleeps there and wakes up in a weird, icky film covering their body. I don't know. We may be uncovering some Area 51 type stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not crazy when I say that.
It's definitely a thing of its time.
All right. This next one. Heroin, hookers, and roaches. Might be the episode. That might be the episode
That
title.
might, yeah.
We made reservations online and pulled into this famous Nashville Inn thinking it would be fun to stay in a place that the stars have stayed in. Upon pulling into the hotel parking lot, we saw a group of people shooting up heroin next to the pool where children were playing and prostitutes working out of the rooms.
All right.
We decided to leave and stay somewhere else as we had a full trailer of gear and didn't feel safe. They thought the people were going to yank their gear and sell it for heroin.
Probably.
Or trade it for sex. Most likely.
That too. Yeah.
When I spoke to the front desk manager, Anne, she said it was a guaranteed reservation we couldn't cancel, despite the policy being on the booking website of only needing to pay. You said what?
You can keep the $70.
You said you can keep that.
Care.
Our friends decided to stay there and told us there were cockroaches in the bed, vomit and blood on the carpet, and somebody had not flushed the toilet from the previous guest. You nasty motherfuckers.
Nasty motherfuckers.
Nasty, nasty motherfuckers. But again, blood and vomit could be alien experimentations. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that this is possible alien activity.
So I think I figured out what the jungle room is.
What is the jungle room?
Well, it's a room with a jacuzzi in it.
Okay.
It's the best I got. It's got the jacuzzi's just like in the middle of the fucking room for some reason.
Nice.
Like there's no wall separating a bathroom, at least from this angle. It's just right there in the fucking center. And the bed has this like giant wallboard that's leather looking.
Interesting.
Yeah, like the pincushion type shit. That pattern.
See, I imagine the jacuzzi being like in the ground. I know it's probably not.
It's not.
Like in the ground, and you wake up to take a piss, and you're like,
and you just fall in that bitch. Is that
and just fall and bust your ass.
Yeah, no. It's either this room here or the room with Elvis painted on 2 walls. So.
Yeah. Well, that is it for the Drake Inn. Next up, I want to take you to Game Galaxy. Are you ready for this?
What you got to say about my Game Galaxy?
Have you ever been to Game Galaxy?
I believe so.
For those of you who don't know Game Galaxy, you pay $10 or $12. $10 for an hour, $12 for all day. And they have like retro game cabinets. They have a lot of pinball, and they have TVs they can hook up PlayStation, Xboxes to. You can buy a bunch of retro gaming consoles, and they also have video games and random ass movies.
I haven't been to Game Galaxy. I've been to somewhere similar.
Well, it is a pretty sick place. And boy, do I have the tale to start us off with Mr. Brian C. Right?
All right.
So, my opinion on the Game Galaxy, if you're around Smyrna, go to it. It's really fun. It's a nice time. It can get you some retro gaming stuff. It's really cool.
Heard.
Brian doesn't really think so.
I gotcha.
Pretentious employees. A quarter of the games are down. The owner takes time to not only stalk people on Facebook, but also goes through transaction lists to stalk customers. Bit of an accusation.
Okay.
Check my review on Google. You can see this is true. zero parking, and they've made every business around them, period, so mad they will tow your vehicle. Avoid this place. Even Smyrna's bowling alley with 6 arcade games is better than this. Smyrna's bowling alley has more than 6.
Yeah.
More than 6.
It's actually a pretty large bowling center.
B, yes, Game Galaxy technically has like 3 parking spaces in front of the building.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a parking lot right next to it. I've never had any issues parking there. Like, my car's never been towed. I've never gotten a angry, post-it note on my window. Yeah. Nothing. Don't know what this guy's talking about. But I decided to go do a search, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said go to his Google review to see the weirdness that this owner is apparently, the behavior of this owner is just appalling, right?
Yeah.
Well, I found 2 Brian C's. One of them is definitely the guy that mentioned it. But the other one, there was another Brian C., and I had to mention this 1-star rating just because of this owner's response, right?
Okay.
So, Brian C., 1 star on Google, was going to buy some Guitar Hero controllers that were listed as is and untested. We had already agreed on pricing too. I guess an hour and a half is quote-unquote too long. The owner responds, "You have never been to our store. We don't do holds on merchandise. You paid $0 for items." Which I find just hilarious. Like, I love, in Google, they give owners the option to respond back.
They do in a couple different places, yeah.
Yeah, usually it's like the business going, "Oh my God, we're so sorry about your experience. Call this number."
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's owners saying, "What are you talking about? Shut up. Get out of here."
Yeah.
But the actual Brian C. that led me to Google basically said the same thing: pretentious employees, games don't work, and parking, right?
Yeah.
The stalking he's talking about is the owner responded to his claims about parking. The owner, I'll show it to the camera, just had this long paragraph because that was the review. And because he responded to him, this guy was talking about, he's stalking me. Wow, he's really going through these and stuff. And the owner just said, "Dude, I can reply to a review." It's not something crazy.
That's actually wild, yeah. I guess maybe because since the reply probably showed up in his email or some shit, like, "Hey, you've got to reply to your review from, this guy." He's like, "Oh, now you're emailing me? You're stalking me now?
Now how'd you get my email?
Yeah.
How'd you get my email, huh? How'd you get my Facebook, huh?
Yeah, how'd you find out where I live?
Who are you? Get away from me." All right. Matthias, 1 star on Google.
Right.
"I absolutely hate this place. They scam people by overcharging their games. I spent almost $120 on real Nintendo games that were fake." Let me tell you something. Have you ever, you said you've never been.
No, not there.
A Game Galaxy game is like going to a retro game store. You're going to get a game for $15. If this dude spent $120, he bought like 7-8 games. Right?
Well, a few games, yeah.
That's not overcharging. $7-8 at like a GameStop, wherever you can find one that's still open. 2 games? 2-3 games?
2 of the old games, like maybe a couple, they're the DS ones that they mislabeled for a low price.
Yeah. Now, the owner responded to this one. "What Nintendo games were fake? What are you talking about?"
If they were fake, they wouldn't even run on the Nintendo.
Yeah, and how do you know they're fake? What did you buy? Matthias, what did you buy?
He didn't buy Donkey Kong. He bought Donkey Kang.
This one is my favorite. Elazar, "I liked the experience, but there are already 2 classic games. What does that mean? First, before I get to the play,
There
I'm
are
guessing
already two, like the TWO number 2, or like TO or TOO.
TOO.
So what does that mean then?
I don't know. I don't know what he's trying. I'm going to guess he meant like the games are too old. There's too many classic games. Maybe.
You're going to a retro game place.
Yeah. The owner replied, the arcade is a classic arcade. That was the point.
Yeah.
I love this guy. Actually, this is by far my favorite because I don't know why you would get in the reviews and admit to this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a long one. I'll try to get through it quickly.
Okay.
A decent selection of tables, but don't expect a relaxing experience. I've played here a few times and have always walked away frustrated. The machines are intentionally set to play at an extremely difficult level. The most popular tables, the ones most likely to see high traffic, have the outlane posts not only shifted to the highest positions in order to make them hungrier than most parlors, but it basically goes into it's the pinball tables are messed with to be harder, right?
Okay. How do you? Okay.
And this guy, the owner replies, it's a free-to-play arcade with 180 pinball machines. It's supposed to be challenging. Not every machine is like this. Now, my simple response would be, how are you going to get in reviews and talk about how much of a bitch you are? You know what I mean? You know
I
what I
suck
mean?
at pinball.
Yeah. First of all, you're bitching about how bad you are at pinball. Loser shit. Dude, let's catch up to the 21st century, right? Second of all, the only reply you would have gotten from me is skill issue. I can't win at the pinball games. 1 star. Go fuck yourself.
That's a skill issue.
What are we talking about? And I'm just gonna leave the Karen's Custard reviews out just because they had the same kind of theme that I really want to touch on, okay?
Okay.
And that theme this was a staple of my home. I used to go here all the time. I've been here, I almost go 2-3 times a week. But today I had a bad experience, so I'm gonna write a 1-star review. What is that? What is that? Like you had a bad experience and now you got to you got to bring down the company's star rating but every other time you've gotten hooked on it. You love it. That's a 5-star experience. Karen's Custard is not 5 stars. The food's trash. The ice cream's incredible. Okay. But the food's trash, right?
Heard.
Have you never been?
No.
If you come down here and you hear me talk about let's go to Karen's Custard, it's not for the food, I promise.
Don't go for the food. Heard.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The food's not terrible, but it is school lunch, like a notch above school lunch. All right.
Heard that. Gotcha.
Serviceable. But how are you going to say because one person said, I come 2-3 times a week, but this time I had to wait so long and that gets a 1-star. Shut up. What is wrong? How come you ain't leaving 5-star ratings those 2-3 times you come a week? Huh?
Because they did. I don't know. They didn't get what they wanted. I don't know.
They're ridiculous. People are ridiculous. If that's you, stop it. Stop it. If we ever receive like a 1-star rating on this podcast where someone's like, I liked every episode until they started talking about Trump and they leave a 1-star rating, I'm like, I'm just going to be, dude, fuck you. Fuck your family. Like, if you want to give like
At
a
least
3-star.
it's on a per episode basis, so that's fine.
I guess, but if you leave like an entirety and you want to give it, if you want to give it 3 stars and say, hey, when these guys talk about politics, I don't really like it. Sure. Go ahead. That's your right?
Yeah.
But if you've been listening to this podcast, you've been enjoying it, and then you get to an episode with like an opinion you disagreed on, or maybe the episode was a bit mid. I think we both admit there are episodes in here that are
There have been a
that
few.
are mid.
There've been more than a few. Yeah.
But then that's the time where you say, "Man, this quality's mid, 1 star." I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna dox you. No, I won't do that. I won't do
Please don't. I don't want to be a part of any controversy.
that. Not yet. Wait. You don't want to
What?
be a part of any controversy.
What are you gonna bring
They
up?
just have to dig. They just have to do a little digging. All right.
Never had a time
we've,
at it.
we've been intelligent on some things that we knew probably shouldn't go in an episode.
Yeah.
All right. But there are some things, you know.
We did leave in, yes.
Like, I think I called a character black. He was obviously black. Like, if someone looks back on that, they'd be like, this guy's got some, this guy's a little shaky, isn't it? Huh?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe. And there's also, like, that one, well, it didn't get recorded, so.
I mean, there was a recorded video, you know.
There was, but it's gone.
There was a little secret that I put out post-recording. Probably shouldn't end up in a video that I thought was going to. Probably would have cried if I recorded that. Probably would have cried myself to sleep, and the next morning said, "Yo, you got to cut that out. I'm not comfortable with that being in it."
There's been a few, yeah.
What's fucked up is I think it's mostly on me. I think the most questionable thing
100%.
you've done. Fuck off. I think the most questionable thing you've done is you said that you would sit on by, encourage a group of people to jump me, and be like, "All right, you good, bro? You good, bro?" Like, that's the way. People might come away saying, "I'm a homophobic racist." People might claim you're a bad friend. And I think that puts us like this, really.
Yeah, bad friend and homophobic racist, absolutely.
Yeah, I think, I think that
Bad
evens
friend
out.
isn't as bad because, this is so much worse. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that evens out. But
There's been a few things that have been said in this podcast, and I'm so glad we did end up cutting out.
yeah, I mean, a couple would you rathers should never see the light of day.
Yeah.
What's real, dude, what I still find fucked up about that, and I'm not going to go into it, we thought that it was completely fine.
We had a different meaning until we listened to it back. And then it was like not what we meant, and that's just bad. So yeah.
In the conversation, I was like, that was so cool. I might turn that into a short.
I was thinking the same thing.
And then I listened to it back and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck are they talking about?
When I was editing that, I was about to text you like, "Hey, bro," but then you beat me to it.
Yeah.
I was like,
I said,
I'm
nah,
glad.
you gotta cut that out. I don't care how awkward it is. You gotta cut it out. And no, we're not telling the episode. No.
Absolutely not.
But speaking of homophobic racist, let's talk about some gummy bears.
I don't know about homophobic racist here, but okay, I lied a little bit. These aren't technically 1-star reviews,
That's all right.
but they're funny as shit, and a lot
All
of
right.
them. Some of them I remember, some of them are new here.
Now, for context, this is a popular story on the internet, but in case you haven't heard it, there was a brand of sugar-free gummy bears that came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And they used a specific ingredient that was like a powerful laxative. And they sold these bags of gummy bears by like the 10-pound, like massive bags of sugar-free gummy bears. And there are stories of people. We'll get into it.
Yeah. Okay. So, start us off here. We've got performed exactly as advertised. So these are Amazon where you can title these. So to preface this, I will state that it is not good to upset anyone in the military supply network.
Interesting.
Yes. This is especially true for a supply NCO, non-commissioned officer, who can be both creative and vindictive to those who earn his ire.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, never fuck with the supply dude. One of my biggest pet peeves was the troupies who would walk into my supply room and decided to go through things on my computer or desk. It is this reason that I purchased 2 bags of these sweet little revenge snacks. I briefed my minions that morning that the snacks were to be unsullied by their hands. I told them that I would know and it would not go unpunished by both myself and the higher powers. They thought I was joking, but decided not to test my authority before my eyes. With that said, I placed the bowl on the back part of the counter, just in reach of anyone loitering inside the supply room. The rules were posted for all to see when they came in, so they were warned. A large sign that said, "If you touch my stuff, you will be punished." They decided to test me, I guess. On this weekend, we were set to do general cleaning and maintenance within the battalion. So my desk was rather busy, battalion headquarters supply room, and I was in and out of my office all day. However, I made sure to take my general measurements of my bowl of horror every time I came back. Shortly before lunch, my unholy wrath began to strike. My supply room is one door down from the latrines and the row of mail commodes on the other side of the wall from my desk. It was the first, but not the last. It was initially heralded by the sound of Gabriel's trumpet escaping the sphincter of one poor soul.
Gabriel's trumpet is phenomenal. That's the first trumpet of the apocalypse. That's tremendous.
Yeah. He hit the latrine and sounded as if he kicked the stall door open. For the next 30 minutes, I listened to the sounds of a live humpback whale being butchered by a blind man wielding a chainsaw.
Dude, 30 minutes is... I hate that so much, dude.
Why would you...
I mean...
You know you're right next to the bathroom. Why would you, like... For one, set the trap. Two, listen to it.
I mean, to enjoy the... to enjoy the fruits of your labor. To enjoy the spoils of war. He's clearly at war right now, And let me just say before you move on, don't fuck with people's stuff. Stop it.
Yeah.
Like,
so many work revenge stories is always with food.
Dude, everybody on those toilets that's about to be, with their asshole exploding with the fire of 10,000 suns, fully deserve that shit. Stop touching my shit.
And they were just gummy bears. What's wrong with them?
Harmless little Winnie the Poohs, dude. Harmless little Yogi Bears.
You want to admit what you ate?
That's when you got to put it like a little hair clip on your nose or whatever. Mm-hmm. One of those little pins. Peek in the bathroom.
Through your mouth, I guess.
You boys okay? You boys all good?
What's up? What's going on?
Yeah, what's wrong? Did you touch my shit? Did you touch my shit?
Did you touch my shit? Okay, it was not long before another troop, this time female, made her way to the latrine. She came from the indoor pistol range and had to cross in front of my door. I saw a pale woman with sweat streaking her face. She was hobbling with one hand on the wall for support and the other on her stomach, praying for just a little more time.
Oh God!
Gotta start.
See, you can't run. You can't run.
It makes somebody religious.
Dude, you run. That dam is breaking.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah, you gotta waddle and pray.
You lose that fine muscle control the moment you start running.
Yeah, as soon as you spread your legs a little too far, over is wraps.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna have to bury those bottoms outside in the dirt. You can't let anybody find out what happened.
Somehow get away with ordering a new set.
Yo, we got an Amazon package for yeah. Right here. Yeah.
It's all good.
My mom must have sent it, all right?
Yeah.
It's nothing.
For lunch, I ripped into an MRE, the Army Brown Bag Lunch, and listened to the ever-growing chorus of those who had so far snuck down half of my bowl of brightly colored improvised colon explosive devices. Let me tell you, this review is really hard to read and speak at the same time.
That's fair.
For that reason.
A lot of military lingo.
Yeah. I was not sure if the other side of the building was seeing the same activity in the latrines, but the smell reached my door by the end of lunch. Good thing I was stationed with an infantry unit for the first 4 years of my career, so I was accustomed to bad odors.
Mm.
Hell yeah, it helps. One of my minions did not return from lunch, so I volunteered another to perform a possibly suicidal scouting mission into the male latrine in search of my wayward soul. He was there and had been there since the beginning of lunch. By 1500, 3 p.m., I was told that the unit was being locked down and there was an emergency meeting in the battalion briefing room.
Oh, God.
I had a suspicion of the reason, but attended as I was ordered to do so. By this time, my bowl of gelatinous bowel howitzer ammunition was 1/4 filled. The meeting began slightly off schedule. At 15:22, the sergeant major walked into the room and looked at as if he had just performed a three-day combat operation without sleep. The battalion XO walked in not long after and looked as if he had been intimately assaulted by a rather insistent horse. I used all of my military bearing to keep from cracking a joke about the cavalry officers walking bow-legged.
Dude, everybody was getting into his boat.
Everybody
was dipping their greedy little fingers into his ball. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Hey, listen, no. If I was him, as soon as everybody's in that room, I'm like, yo, I gotta say something.
It's over.
Stop touching my shit. Stop touching it.
It's like, look, I know what it looks like, but that was my shit, and I said, don't touch it, you know?
How long do you think it took for people to find out that was the... Because obviously it was happening and people were still grabbing some bears, dude.
I'm fairly certain they start super fucking early in the day. It probably had gone on all day.
Dude,
I mean, he said by lunch the first person had already hit the toilets.
By the end of the day, they gotta be, yo, so many people are just on the toilet for hours on end, and it stinks. It stinks, and it sounds like a haunted mansion in there. It sounds like a well of ghouls, of souls. Like, what happened? Was the food bad?
And
that dude's in the corner going...
Let me tell you, what happens next, if it was me, I would let it ride. If it was what happened next, after I saw everybody that walked in here. But okay, let's continue. The battalion surgeon walked in and told us that there was a high chance that the unit had come in contact with a strange stomach bug. I'm leaving it there. There's no way that I'm fessing up to doing anything. If they had already thought it's that bad, they're going to continue to think so. Yeah. It's not. I'm not telling them shit.
Yeah, I'm not a great actor either, especially in times where like it's revenge for people touching my shit. I got to keep my mouth shut because the best I can muster is, damn, stomach bug. That's crazy, dog.
That's crazy, dog.
Dude. It's it's hitting all at once, and nobody really had any symptoms outside of a couple. That's crazy. That's wild, man.
That's wild. I'm surprised I'm the only good dude here. It's like, is anybody else cool?
That's crazy.
You're just
I peek into the room and the guy's there, like, that's crazy, and everybody else is, and he's like, damn, am I the only one that didn't catch it? That's crazy, dude.
It's like, y'all better go in quarantine or something. I gotta, like...
Yo, I got a wife at the house. I can't be bringing this home.
I got a wife and kids, yo. Let me get out of here real quick, you know?
And you definitely slip some slick shit into that. Like, man, my kid really needs some gummy bears, too.
And, you know, they got... damn.
Damn.
They got diabetes, so they can't have all that sugar. So I got to get sugar-free ones.
I always got to get sugar-free shit,
Yeah.
Hopefully that shit doesn't upset his stomach like y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not saying it was the gummy bears, because y'all wouldn't touch my gummy bears, right?
Yeah, y'all ain't touch my gummy bears.
Yeah.
If I go in there and look, the gummy bears ain't touched, right?
Yeah. No way that caused it, right? Right, y'all?
Right.
And everybody just, need some water.
Oh, all right, let's finish the story up here because I think this one's got a little. Okay, it's not much longer here. Okay, roughly half of the battalion was complaining of stomach cramps and explosive diarrhea. It seemed to mostly be affecting the headquarters and the company that was on the same. The HHC, the headquarters, and the CCO, the company that was on the same side of the building as us, also the medics. Until the symptoms cleared up, the unit was in lockdown and cleaning mode. I went back to my supply room with the intent to bag up the remaining evidence of my involvement, only to find that the bowl was missing. My minions were too wrapped. Yeah. Yeah, it's over. It's over. My minions were too wrapped up to notice anything, though. So I began a search for the evidence that would land me in front of that would probably land me in front of a firing squad. The empty bowl was located in the admin's office. Someone found it and decided to liberate it from my supply room for the only group that I didn't want to upset. But they had already consumed the remainder of the biological weapons. As I left with the bowl, I heard the familiar sound of incoming fire from the senior pay clerk's desk, followed shortly after by what sounded like Lamaze breathing? Lamaze. I don't know. That weekend, the entire building was cleaned from one side to the other. MREs were consumed in the hopes of plugging the torrential flood of liquid terror, and every window and door was opened with the fans going over a cup of pine sol in every room.
Dude, you went full salt the earth. You know? Full on. Fuck that place, dude.
3/4 of the enlisted and half of the officers were hit with the mystery stomach bug, and the medical supply room was in desperate need of more IV kits. I don't know if my message got across, but it was definitely an entertaining weekend.
Dude, could you imagine though, like legitimately, this has my mind thinking, you sneak a little spy onto an enemy base, and you just leave one of these bowls in the middle. Dude, couple hours go by, all of them are going to be on the toilet crying and screaming. And that's easy pickings right there. That's easy money.
I'm glad they didn't get caught.
Yeah, scot-free, dude. Scot-free.
Yeah, because ooh.
Do you think in the future though, he'd have to slip a little thing in there, you know? Or does he just like tell that to his friends and be like, yeah, no, I got one over. I did it.
That's not something I'm telling anybody that would have any connection to the military.
Of course not. It's like, but it'd be crazy you telling that at a party and someone turns to you and is like, I heard something about that going on in this base.
And it's wild because dude's first and last name is on this review, so good luck.
Oh, well, all they got to do is look at Amazon.
I think it actually might be down because I don't think I actually saw the listing on Amazon when I actually went to look these up.
Yeah, no, Amazon took it off because so many people were like, this is making me shit out my entire guts.
Oh, yeah. Let me get a shorter one here.
I did see one lady, she ate some and went into a Walmart and immediately she said it sounded like firecrackers in her stomach. And the way she described it was so funny. She said she ran to the bathroom, held on for dear life, and she said that it sounded like a bomb was going off and I was just begging for God to kill me.
All right. All right. I got two more here to finish off the episode. They're both shorter, so I got us here. One is Miss Rona is shaking in her boots. My friend hasn't been practicing social distancing during the pandemic, so I bought him a bag of these gummy bears for his birthday. It's now been 10 days. It's now been 10 days since he left his house out of fear of pooping himself. Now, I'm not going to say that these gummy bears are the cure to coronavirus, but they certainly help slow the spread.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that was the most recent review I've actually seen ever with these.
Yeah, I think they were taken down around like 2021.
Maybe
2022. Yeah.
All right, last one here. A delicious treat that should be enjoyed only after the following preparations have been made.
All right, let's hear it.
1. Make sure it's a Friday and cancel all weekend plans. For good measure, go ahead and call in for Monday.
I can only imagine. Dude, oh my God. I just thought, dude, this shit was on Amazon. I can only imagine. There are people in Amazon that will see like a pack of cookies, open that bitch up and take like 2 or 3 of them out.
Yeah.
Could you imagine walking past the bathroom and someone's like, God, please. And then later, like you're stowing or picking, you see an open bag of these gummy bears.
Dude, one night, side note, one night I found a bin halfway pulled out with the bag or the package of Oreos sitting on top just open.
Yeah.
And the person that was eating them was like on the other side and was like walking back, grabbing one, and then like going back over there. I'm just like, come on, man. Come on.
I guess, like, how the fuck are they going to catch you? You know what I mean?
I guess there's cameras all in that building, dude.
There is, but, like, if you stay in an aisle with no cameras, you know.
There are a few, yeah. I guess. I don't remember if that one had one or not.
If it did, I mean, good for you. What a way to quit, you know?
Yeah. All right. We've got 4 more items on our list here. Number 2, call the city and make sure your water bill is paid in full. Number 3, visit your local hardware store and purchase a sink attachment for your garden hose, as the toilet paper will quickly become too painful to bear. Number 4,
just get a bidet, get a nice little bidet, but damn.
Yeah. Give advance notice to family members, roommates, and neighbors that unless you're keen on trying to give birth to a crushed watermelon while convincing your local SWAT team that both the screaming and demonic noises are from you and a dynamic entry would only bring about more needless suffering.
Just imagine being at the Thanksgiving table and it's like, where's James? He's usually here. He was bringing the rolls. Where is he? Call him up. And you call him and you just hear, hello? It's like, yo, James, where you at? It's like,
help me.
Help. Send help.
Please. And number 5.
Dude, the please is crazy. Please. Help.
All right. Number 5, redo your restroom in motivational pictures. Ones with slogans like "Courage is fear hanging on 1 minute longer."
Yeah, no, I don't want to be shitting my brains out and look up and see that corny ass just hanging there cat poster. Like, fuck that. I'm gonna rip that bitch off the
yesterday.
I'm gonna rip that bitch off and wipe, dude. Fuck that cat.
Jesus Christ, dude. I also advise posting up the suicide prevention hotline phone number or having a dedicated friend or other support group to walk you through the low times.
Fucking, what a day at the suicide hotline. And what'd be crazy if you called it and like this is how you feel like this is honestly the trick for the suicide hotline. You would just call and you would hear them say hello and you'd be like sugar-free gummy bears and they're like yeah yeah. All right, just calm down, just hang on, please.
I'm not going to make that joke. Okay.
I think you would scare yourself if you like, especially if you got a mirror in front of the toilet, you like look up and just see staring back at you. I'm gonna die today.
Red-eyed.
Yeah. Veins popping out from your forehead.
Jesus Christ. All right. Lastly, I must strongly urge you to consider why you are thinking of buying this product. Is it a sense of deep self-loathing? A reckless sense of adventure? Are you researching dysentery? Perhaps are you the drill sergeant of some extreme commando unit seeking to break down the enemy's will to fight by airdropping these into their midst? If you're just curious, then let me say, oh, fellow human, beware, for this life is dangerous enough. Next time I want a thrill, I'll skydive without a parachute. At least that way I'll have a chance.
Dude, I can for sure see a couple buddies getting around saying, yo, let's get these gummy bears. Last one to shit wins. You know?
I feel like that would be the end of a friendship.
I mean, you would have to... I say that, and then usually houses in places like that where people are playing games like that, there's 2 bathrooms, you know? So now you got a bunch of people almost shitting themselves, waiting for their turn. Dude, those toilets are going to get up and walk away. They're done.
If I'm like... I wouldn't do it here because there's one bathroom shared between me and one other guy. And then the other bathroom's in the master bedroom, which isn't either of these. There's no way.
Dude, could you imagine being like at your house, just chilling, and you just hear just at your door, and you open, and it's some like 15-year-old kid going, huh? Is your bathroom open?
You're like, I'm telling you no. I'm telling you no.
Please, I ate some gummy bears, please. And it's like, no, bro.
No, I would rather still live in this house.
Oh my God, dude. Can I tell a quick story I heard on TikTok? Very quick.
Yeah.
It was so funny to me. This guy was working at like this movie theater, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he came into work and he drank an energy drink. Now, you know, like energy drinks, that shit gets to you, right?
Yeah.
He pops up in the bathroom. He's sitting on the toilet. Within 5 seconds, he gets a slamming knock on the stall. And just, somebody in there? And he goes, yeah, sorry, man. Somebody's in here, so it's in use. And the guy goes, all right, are you almost done? He says, nah, man, I just sat down. And he was like, I can't hold it. And he's like, what are we doing? And he's like, I'm going to shit in the urinal. And being that the guy works there, he was like, no. Like, there's a gas station right across the street. You can go. And the guy was like, no, I'm going to do it. And she sees his shoes walk up to the urinal and then face away from the urinal and just hears him blow ass into this urinal. And then this dude has the balls to say, you got some toilet paper I can use?
I went to watch a movie recently. Sorry to cut you off. Same story, because I experienced it. Same story, except for I walked into the bathroom at the movie theater, and all I hear is, I'm just like, oh no. Oh God. No. And I see dudes' legs like crossed and then like on their sides. So I was like, he is struggling for dear life. I know his toes are curled in them shoes.
What happened, bro?
I don't want to know.
No, dude, it's the most uncomfortable for me when I'm sitting in the toilet and I'm scrolling on my phone or whatever, and I hear that. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I get it, but could you not?
Could you please, like, wait till you get home, maybe?
Now, before we go too far down this path, that was Red Light Homies.
Yes, it was.
Let's not start talking shit
Yes,
stories.
I'm done.
But if you enjoy the podcast, make sure you let us know in the terms of rating the podcast or leaving a comment. But rating helps on the audio platforms. Rate it 5 stars. Z, what's a 5-star rating these people can leave?
I'm glad these guys read 1-star reviews, so I know not to give them a 1-star review or they'll come after me. 5 stars.
Doxing. That's what we'll do in Minecraft, right? Is that what they say? Is that what the...
Yeah, in Call of Duty or Mexico.
And what the old buggeroos say?
Yeah, something like that.
But also, like and share. Share, click the crooked arrow and share to whatever platform that you may, or word of mouth. Word of mouth is very, very important. If someone comes up to you and they say, hey, some people are insane with the 1 stars they leave. Some people leave wild stories. I want to hear some. Z, what do they say?
Well, they say, head on to the boys Jackie and Z over at Red Light Homies, where they read out some 1-star reviews from some local places and some stories from the Haribo times.
Absolutely. This was the homies Jackie and Z.
That's me.
And we'll see y'all next Monday.
Peace out.
Rolling up a little bit of pie. Rolling with some shit that's fine. Fine shit hard on a 9. I'm rubbing on the tabs on the spine. Rolling through in the 8. Wake up, be on the grind.